This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get collector grade toys without the collector grade pricing. PrimeToys.net. And be sure to check out the end of this video review for a code you can use to get 10% off your order. Just stick around to the end of the review for that special code at PrimeToys.net. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, your friend Dinobot back yet again for another video review. As you can see, we're going to jump back a little bit for a review that I've been needing to do for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. Here we are going to look at Transformers Combiner Wars Voyager class Lynx. Pretty cool reinvention of this character. I'm not sure. I'm not really a big fan of the fact that they've not the fact that they redid Lynx. Not that at all. Just the way they've done it. I do like this, but at the same time, I don't like it. We'll get into that here in just a moment. But real quick, looking at him, he is really nice. I do dig this shuttle mold. It does definitely looks like the G1 itself. You got of course the shuttle bit here. Then on the bottom, of course, you got basically the Lynx type bit for it. That was the type from the G1 figure. Definitely gives it the resemblance for the G1. One of the key things I like about it is definitely the big Autobot logos on here. I think they really look real good. I love the gold with the red. Makes it look just awesome. But all in all, the white with and also the gold along the sides for, like, I guess you can say, like, the lights and the windows and stuff. Definitely does bring it out a lot. At least in my book it does. You also have the gold bits basically back here for the thrusters, and on here on the basically the tail wings or tail fins. But other than that, it definitely looks really good. It definitely gives that G1 look to him. I really wish I had a G1 figure of this, but I don't. I never did ever get one. It was one of the ones I really wanted growing up, but I never did pick them up. He does come with a couple little accessories, which are these, and they're kind of like plasma blasters in a way. At least that's I get the feel of. Almost, and they do kind of look like a Death Star, or not. Excuse me, not a Death Star, a Star Destroyer. It gives me that kind of feel the way the thing is, just the way the point is. I know it's not because of the little hole here, but I know it's a blaster. But it's not. It gives me a kind of a Star Destroyer look to it to me. But what you can do with these guys in his shuttle mode is you can do place them in one of two places. On the bottom of his wings, he has a peg hole here that you can take and you can peg it into it, and it gives you, whoop, come on, there we go. It gives you this look, which isn't bad. It's really not. It kind of gives you like a blaster on the wing look, which ain't bad at all. But on the opposite, on the same same area, right here on the Lynx body, you have another peg hole that it actually shows this is where it wants you to place them. And this actually looks pretty good too. I actually like this a little more than put it on the wing, but it gives you the option that you can do both of those. It gives it more of a built into the body type feel to it with this, where instead of just being hanging off the wing here, you wouldn't normally see that on a space shuttle or anything. But still pretty cool. But we'll just move these out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and transform this guy into his robot mode. I'm not going to show his combined form just yet. I'm saving that for another video, so be sure to be on the lookout for that one. To transform this guy into his... Oh, one other thing on this before I do the transformation. The one thing I don't think this is... I believe they did this on the way it's supposed to, but these tail fins here they're backwards to me, and it drives me crazy that they're like that. Granted, I know this is the way it's supposed to look for the robot mode and vehicle and combined mode and stuff, but you can... I just think they look awkward in this angle, but you can pop these off and just flip them over and just pop them right back on, and it gives you that look. It gives you more of a style look to it to make it look more like a regular shuttle. And we'll get into these wings here in a moment. But as you can see, the difference it does on that makes it look a lot better. I'm actually going to flip these back just for the sake of transformation and stuff. But that's something you can do. I think it, again, if you're going to display them, if you do it in combined mode, you probably want to have them in this shape. But if you want to do it in the other way, like his Lynx mode or his regular mode, robot form, I kind of think it looks better the other way. But we'll just, for now, we'll do it like this. But to transform this guy, the easiest way to do it is flip him over. You want to open this right here, basically like a compartment. You slide that out, and you'll rotate this up and out on these ratchets just to give them some clearage from the body. Again, and you can close this back, which actually it doesn't really peg in. That's kind of the only downside of this. I kind of wish it would peg right in. It doesn't really do that. Well, actually, it does. I think mine's a little off. No, it's not. Never mind. It kind of looks like it could peg in, but it don't. You rotate this section down, and you'll just rotate the leg straight out and flip the foot basically to this angle, and you'll rotate this into this side like so to give it the front leg look. Do the same, ratchet it down, turn it around like so. Whoops. Turn it all the way around. When you turn it, when you rotate the ratchet here, you want to flip it where basically the round part here is in the back, or facing towards the back of the vehicle. Next, you're going to start right here. You'll just simply rotate these down like so. Ratchet this down. You'll fold the foot up and out, and you just simply going to have to work with these to rotate them down to get them situated into the proper lineup mode for him to stand like so. And this is basically one mode you can do as well, because this is kind of, he showed a few times, I think once or twice in the show, that he actually was had this type of mode for him. You see mine, the joints back here are kind of loose, so they don't want to sit right in Lynx mode. Next, you'll want to go ahead and fold this out and down. This is going to become part of the tail, but we'll get into the rest of that here in a moment. On the back section here, you grab right here on these blue panels, flip these around, and here's your wings. Now this is, rotate these up to get these out of the way. This is basically the G1 look for him, how he had his wings. But in this, they want you to rotate this whole section up like so and like so, which ain't too shabby at all. I do like it. I kind of wish this was covered up. I don't like this gapping on the panels here. And also, these are loose. At least on mine they are. I don't know if it's like that for everybody. They seem to slide out real easy. I kind of wish there was a little hinge or a little pegging or something that you could do that would lock these into place. But it does, sadly, does not have that. Next, you simply right here, and you'll pull this section up and rotate that out like so. Stretch it out. You can then rotate this panel around on the top. I'm sorry. This panel here, you rotate this around. Basically covers up this big gap right here that for the neck and stuff. You rotate this up. It will also bend as well, because you'll, on the head here, you'll pop that to pop the joint loose. And here we have Lynx's mouth right there. And here we have Lynx in his robot form, aside from his tail. Which, to do his tail, you simply take his weapon here, and you'll just basically link it up like, whoop, like so. Am I doing that right? Oh, I had it flipped over, that's why. But you take them and you'll simply just peg it into the back of his tail here. Yeah, oh, that's right. You got these peg holes here. You got these pegs on the back of the tail, or excuse me, the tail fin here, and you just peg those. I was thinking the weapons pegged together for some reason, but you just simply do like so. Oh, it does, because I had it backwards. Because once you do that, you see how those pegs line up. You just kind of just line them up together, and then there's his tail. It does kind of seem like it weighs it down a little bit, but if you rotate this up just enough, it does kind of latch in there in the plastic and holds it up, so it does help on that margin. I really wish my feet would stay upright. Maybe I need to put some polish in this joint here, or some future polish in there to just tighten that up some. Might even could just use a little Phillips head screwdriver and just tighten that up. That might tighten that up as well. Same could be said for this here. There is a couple little screws like right here. I bet if you tighten that, just if you could tighten it a little bit more, it might help that as well. But that's really it for this Lynx review. Doesn't look too shabby. I do love the gold paint. Also like it in his mouth. He's got the gold in his mouth as well, giving it a nice little articulated mouth. Well, not really articulated, but you know, look to his mouth. But articulation wise, his head, his neck, or his joint here, right here on his head, cannot rotate, but it does rotate like so. This little joint there, you can actually rotate it all the way around. He has the full, you know, the ratchets here on his front legs to rotate up, even like so. And he does have the swivel as well, as well as the ratchet here. On his back legs, he has the swivel back and forth. He doesn't have a swivel out, but he does have this swivel, oops, on the knee, basically area. And no real swivel on either foot. As you saw, my guy, his feet are loose. Though I did pick this guy up from Ross for like $10, so that couldn't. It's not really a bad product, but it's just, that was actually the only place I've actually saw a Lynx anywhere in my area. So, but that being said, guys, that's going to be the end for this video review for Lynx. I am going to post a Skyring review, where I'm going to show you how to transform Lynx into his combined form and get you a look at that. That should be coming up next in my next review. But again, that's going to be the end for this video. So please like, comment, and share this video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Also, check out primetoys.net for collector grade toys without the collector grade pricing. And when you go to checkout, you have some Transformers products on there that you find. Type in the code TRANSMISSIONS at checkout to get 10% off your order. Definitely worth checking it out. He's got a good selection of stuff. It's definitely worth going in there and seeing what he has. Also, be sure to check out the Transmissions podcast. They are also sponsored by PalmToys.net, and they're a great group of guys that talk anything and everything Transformers. They're my absolute favorite podcast to listen to. So definitely check them out. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have that great code from Prime Toys as well. But once again, guys, this is Don Bot saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.